The phrase Trump Nobel Peace Prize sounds shocking, almost unbelievable, and that's exactly why it keeps exploding in search trends. Donald Trump, the Nobel Peace Prize, in the same sentence. For some, it feels absurd. For others, it feels overdue. And for millions, it raises one unavoidable question. Could Donald Trump really be nominated, or even win, the Nobel Peace Prize in 2026? To understand why this topic refuses to disappear, we need to step back and look at how the Nobel Peace Prize actually works, and why Trump's name keeps returning to the conversation. The Nobel Peace Prize is not awarded for popularity, personality, or moral perfection. It is awarded for specific actions that claim to reduce conflict, prevent war, or promote diplomacy. History proves this again and again. Winners have often been controversial. Some were praised, others were criticized fiercely. But controversy has never disqualified a nominee. Donald Trump was already nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize during his presidency, more than once. These nominations were linked to his role in the Abraham Accords, normalization agreements between Israel and several Arab nations. Whether people support Trump or oppose him politically, those agreements reshaped Middle Eastern diplomacy in ways that had stalled for decades. That fact matters. The Nobel Committee does not ask whether a leader is liked. It asks whether something changed. And change is exactly why Trump's name keeps resurfacing. Now fast forward to today. Searches like Trump Nobel Peace Prize 2026, will Trump win Nobel Prize, and Trump Nobel nomination explained are climbing again, not because an award has been announced, but because political power is shifting. Trump is no longer just a former president. He is once again a central figure in global diplomacy debates. Supporters argue that Trump's foreign policy approach, direct pressure, unpredictable negotiation, and economic leverage avoided new large-scale wars during his term. They point out something uncomfortable but true. The United States did not enter a major new foreign war while Trump was in office. Critics respond immediately. They argue his rhetoric increased global tension, weakened alliances, and destabilized traditional diplomacy. Both sides are loud. Both sides are convinced. And that's exactly why the Nobel question burns hotter than ever. The Nobel Peace Prize has always lived in this tension between intention and outcome, morality and results. Past winners include leaders who ordered military actions and leaders whose peace efforts later collapsed. The prize is not a guarantee of moral purity. It is a recognition of impact at a moment in time. So what would justify a Trump Nobel Peace Prize in 2026? Supporters point to several arguments. The Abraham Accords still exist. No new major wars initiated by the U.S. during his presidency. Diplomatic pressure on NATO and global defense restructuring. Direct engagement with North Korea that shifted long-standing diplomatic norms. None of these are opinions. They are facts. The debate lies in interpretation. And that interpretation divides the world. Critics warn that awarding Trump would redefine the Nobel Prize in dangerous ways. They argue that peace is not merely the absence of war, but the presence of stability, trust, and cooperation. They fear the prize could become a political weapon rather than a moral symbol. Supporters counter with a harsher truth. Peace prizes are not awarded for good intentions. They are awarded for outcomes. That's why Trump's name refuses to disappear from Nobel discussions. Not because it's comfortable, but because it forces a question nobody wants to answer easily. What does peace actually mean in the modern world? The Nobel Committee will never announce nominees publicly in advance. That secrecy fuels speculation. It also fuels search trends. Every time Trump re-enters global relevance, the Nobel question returns with him. And here's the reality most headlines won't say out loud. Whether Trump ever wins a Nobel Peace Prize or not, the fact that the idea is taken seriously tells us something profound about global politics today. The old rules no longer apply. Traditional diplomacy is under pressure, and controversial figures now shape peace as much as idealistic ones. So when you see Trump Nobel Peace Prize 2026 trending, understand this. It is not about an award. It is about power. It is about how peace is measured. And it is about who gets to define history. Because the Nobel Peace Prize has never been neutral. And neither is this debate. Stay with us. Because the answer isn't simple, and the implications are far bigger than one man. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to stay updated moment by moment with trending and breaking topics from around the world, make sure to follow Google Trends, subscribe, and share. We bring you the latest trends, viral stories, and hot news every day so you never miss out on the most interesting and current topics worldwide. Your subscribe and follow motivate us to keep delivering more exciting and trending content directly to you. Thank you very much for watching Google Trends.